You are watching the Halos in the Infield podcast. From everything Halos to full series recaps to upcoming series projections, for the fans, by the fans. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, it's Rob here from Halos in the Infield, and there's breaking news around the baseball world with re-signings and all that stuff, and what the Angels pretty much aren't doing right now. We saw the Las Vegas Athletics of Oakland, currently located in Sacramento, sign Jacob Wilson to a long-term extension. Not a long-term, but gave him a long enough for this young guy here. Got 10 years, and you just look at it, and I look at Zach Neto right now, and I'm seeing, what are we not doing right with this guy? Why haven't we offered him? The Angels traded away Taylor Ward, freed up a lot of cap space, got a pitcher in return, and the whole hope of this was, hey, maybe we're going to make a move and get another big arm or more guys here and there, hitting-wise. We really haven't done that so much. But you look at it, we have a young core here, and Mike Trout is not the Mike Trout of old. It's not really appetizing anymore for other players to come say, hey, I want to come play with Mike Trout. It's not the same dude. If it was 2018, 2019, of course, he brings a lot of guys in. But it's not. He's a different guy. He's trying to adapt. Hopefully, he has a great year this year. But I look at one guy, Zach Neto. Let's lock him up now. You still have a couple other guys, too, you can do. You have Logan O'Hoppe. You have Joe Adell. But the one guy that makes sense is Neto. Why? We have him under control until 2029. So as of today, I don't see why the Angels don't give him a $72 million contract, mirror a lot of what Jacob Wilson's contract was, but let's backload that contract. This year alone, he used to get paid $4 million. The Angels don't have a TV deal. I understand that. That's going to take time. The CBA is coming up. I understand that. Definitely takes time on all this stuff. However, if already impaired half of a brain, I don't know why no one else is thinking of this. You give him $102 million guaranteed, or $72 million, $72 million guaranteed. You break it down, 2026, $2 million. And next year, we go up $2 million every year until we reach 2033 or whatever he can agree to with us beyond 29 to keep us somewhat happy. Give him options. Give him a mutual option agreement there so he can go ahead and walk out anytime. But let's backload this contract until we get our feet underneath us once again, or even possibly sell the team. Because you have to build around someone right now. And who's the guy to build around? It's the guy whose defensive alone in MLB is top tier. Because let's say Zach Neto hit the free agency market today. He's easily bringing in $20 to $30 million. I mean, there's a little Bichette was kind of like a marker I was going to use for him. But I think Neto's defense is a lot better than Bichette's. And I also look at the offensive production-wise. If you get him rolling in the right spot, not batting leadoff overall, this guy's a 2-3 hitter. He's great with WAR and all that stuff. His bat is trending in the right area. Sorry, I have my kid out here playing. But these one-year deals aren't making sense for us because we got Kirby Yates. Great. Is he Kenley Jansen? No, not even close. Kenley was a dog out there, and you're paying a little bit less. I get that overall, but you're saving money here and there. Why not reinvest that money back into the one young star that we can have and build something around too? We need cost certainty, right? The revenue, TV revenue and stability. We're not the Dodgers. We're not the Phillies. We're not the Mets or the Yankees, right? So with a thin farm, buying out arbitration years and going to arbitration, I get it. It kicks the can down the road. However, it stabilizes your franchise here because you have no one else to replace Neto right now. And that's what we need. He's the only legitimate only legitimate long-term piece that we have up the middle. I'm still not sold on Christian Moore, guys. Christian Moore, I know he's still young. He can still turn it around. The verdict's not out yet. I was not too impressed with him as I was with Neto when Neto first came up too. Because even defensively, Christian Moore's liability, I still believe that we should trade that guy away and get another strong arm under control long term. And just a couple of different things why the Angels aren't doing something. But then you look at our rivals. Texas is making moves. They traded a couple guys away, but in turn got Mackenzie Gore, bolstered up their starting pitching. You look at up in the Bay Area still, Sacramento. The Athletics are still doing good things too, getting ready to go to Vegas. They're going to have a young core with them when they go to Vegas, and it's going to be there for long term. What do we have? Past 2029, we're going to start dropping off guys little by little. You lose Neto first, 2030 goes Shanawell. Logan O'Hoppy's before then, and so is Joe Adell. So if Joe Adell has another breakout year, we are totally lost on that dude because we know Artie won't pony up the money, and it doesn't sound like the TV deals are going great. Right now, it's the era of bad signings that Artie Moreno has been plagued by, but this one makes sense. You give yourself mutual options the whole time so you can go ahead and dip out, and same with Zach Neto. But you're showing him good faith that you're investing into him long term. But the signings and team right here, most of the signings this offseason were just to fill the roster. Absolutely. And how many times we're going to pick up a guy through the waiver wire who's been designated for assignment, and then we go ahead and do the same thing to that player in hopes that he stays within the 40-man roster, no one touches him. That's a lot of hopes and dreams right there. Like Meckler, I cannot believe that move that we did. We dropped him in hopes that no one else picks him up. Could it work out for us? Absolutely. Can it burn us? Absolutely. It's just right now, Artie Moreno, I think we all know he should sell the team. He doesn't care. There's a lot of financial burden against him, but this is the one financial thing that makes sense, and it's not hard. $72 million guaranteed. Backload the contract. This year, drop his pay down $2 million and tell him you're going to get it the years after. Sorry, my kid's yelling in the background. I know you guys can hear him, but it's just something that makes sense. Locking up the one guy who could be the cornerstone of this franchise. That's even if he wants to stay, but not many guys and not many agents are going to tell him, hey, you should turn this deal down because they're going to give you above market value the whole time. And if you backload the contract by 2029 with $8 million, maybe $10 million at that point in time, it's going to be more than the arbitration. The arbitration never goes well with the Angels at all. What's happening, guys? I would rather have, and the Strange said 26 said the same thing that I've been thinking the whole time. I like Moncada. I'd rather have Luis Rengifo over Christian Moore, and I would like to trade Christian Moore today and get more out of him. He's one guy who can get us multiple guys in return in hopes. I think he can give us an Alcantara or something like that to build off of long term with Grayson Rodriguez. We need a piece like that. Our pitching staff is still not enough, but these young core guys that you have, we need to go ahead and lock these guys down, especially a key role. He's just ranked number 10 in the top shortstops in MLB. Number 10. Now imagine if you had a little bit more help around the lineup, a little more consistency with hitting coaches, not having high turnover or launch angle guys changing the swings. It's a lot. This is one of the worst off seasons I've seen with the Angels. There's a lot of hopes with the coaching staff being old school and grit, and hopefully Neto, this is the kind of ball player he was in college at Campbell, was grinded out type of guy and work his way up, and he's not afraid to work. And if a guy like this isn't afraid to work, we should not be afraid to pay the guy too and do what everyone else is doing, because Boston Red Sox did it with Roman Anthony. There's a secret out there, or it's not even a secret at this point in time. It's a smart business move, period. The A's are spending hand over fist on money in the stadium and the relocation. So Artie Moreno can go ahead and afford this long term. Just kick the can down the road, and hell, defer his contract like everyone else is doing. It's not deferring much. You're not deferring $30 million a year. If you're going to pay him $20 million, defer 10 of it right there. And I guarantee you, Zach Neto is going to go ahead and accept it. His camp, I highly doubt they would decline this option right now. But just a couple of frustrating things, Angel fans, that we're seeing right now. I'm frustrated. The rest of the team here is frustrated. The season's coming up. We're excited at the same time. We want the hype to be there. But it's just we're missing something. Players aren't happy here. Who wants to be here? Who wants to stay here? How many times do you see online, oh, if I'm a young guy there, I can't wait to get out? And I honestly think like a Logan O'Hoppy, once he gets out of the Angels organization, goes somewhere else, I think he's going to flourish. I've always said the same thing about Joe Adell. I thought Joe Adell, once he leaves, he would flourish. But luckily, he bloomed last year for us and showed us what he had. And the Taylor Ward, I mean, we have a split decision on Taylor Ward around here, right? I thought he was good for us. I really did. I mean, yeah, his defense was atrocious, guys. Don't get me wrong. I 1,000% agree. But now, who'd you get to replace him? You got Josh Lowe. Hopefully, he can replace his offensive production. And I understand, yeah, Ward only batted 220. That's every 10 times he's getting 2.2 hits every 10 at bats. What's the difference between one? I know one more hit is 300. That's a Hall of Fame career. It's not like we're talking about a great disparity between the two. It's not like I'm saying, hey, I need you to get 10. This guy's getting 10 more hits. And then, no, it's one more hit. And Ward came up clutch for us a couple times. But at the Angels, if it's a smart move, let them go. You pay less. And I thought they're going to go more for an arms race, create more capital. Perry was doing the right thing at first. We started off hot, and then we've ended up ice freaking cold the rest of the way. And I'm I don't know what you guys feel, but please, there's a great graphic out today that Randy made and the rest of the team made. Everyone else was talking about the Angels and what to do, spending wise and trade wise. Tune into what we have the rest of the year, guys. There's a lot of good things coming. We are going to go through the season and try to end this on a high, or try to start this on a high and end it on a high. We understand the Angels, it is what it is. Hopefully a lockout's looming. Hopefully get more clarity on how organizations should operate. And I know everyone goes, and this is the narrative I hate, guys, about this. Well, if maybe your team spent more, you'd be in. What about the Mets? They spent a lot, and they didn't make playoffs. What are we, number 8 overall? And one of our guys that we spend the most for doesn't even play, or hasn't even played. Teamer says, man, they want Maddox to be Mr. Miyagi. He has to fix Grayson Rodriguez, Romano, Manoah, Detmers, get ready to be back in the rotation, etc. And I agree. A lot of these.
If he does that, put him in the Hall of Fame.
Pretty much. I agree, Yaz. I agree. If he does all of this, he's probably already headed toward a Hall of Fame type coach anyways, but this would definitely fast track him to first ballot. But yeah, we're asking him to make.
Well, I don't know if Bill Polian's voting, it might not. Ooh.
That's just jealousy. But basically, you hand this guy potatoes and say, hey, make lemonade for me. It's not going to happen, guys. Absolutely not. We're realistic about it. But the other realistic part of this whole thing is we make mistakes as an organization the entire way. Angel fans see it. And this is the one mistake that we're going to let get away from us. This is going to be the one that got away. It's going to be Zach Neto because we're not wise enough to sign him now and backload the contract or even try to ask him to defer before, hopefully, deferments become a thing of the past. Because we don't know what's going to happen this next CBA. But capitalize while you can. Play by the rules that are here now before they change. Because once they change, it's going to be a lot harder to sign these guys, in my opinion. I think you're going to see the salary floor raise a lot of it up. And if you can get this guy before, and Zach Neto's camp might know that, and they might say, heck no, this trade. Or this re-sign, excuse me. But I think it works for both sides. Premium player, certainly you give him until he's at least 30 years old. He hits free agency 30 years old, gives us 2 extra years with him. Instead of 29, we let him walk in 31. It's something to think about overall, something to do. But once again, like we always say around here, the Angels are going to angel, and they do their own thing. And Randy and I were talking about this before Jacob Wilson news came out. And I was telling him, man, I don't know why we don't do what they did to Roman Anthony in Boston and extend Neto, man. This is crazy to me. And then I saw Inside Halos posted something right away and broke the news about it. And right as we finished talking about it, I go, hit up Yaz. I go, we got to talk about this. We got to go live. So here we are today. And thank you guys for whoever's tuning in. Appreciate it. We know it's Friday. Everyone's probably getting off of work. And a couple things to throw out there and vent. We haven't put too much content up. But once the season starts, we have a lot of things coming from you guys, a lot of new things and shakeups that are going to surprise you guys. We're doing more than the Angels are doing, to be honest with you. But let's go through a couple of these comments here. Tedioso, I hope they stays in center field. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I think they're going to move on for him there. I did like him. He's a flare. Hopefully they keep him in the rotation, but I'm not big into the rotation overall. Sorry, my kid's yelling at me. I'm not big into rotating outfielders overall. I'd like to get rid of Jorge Soler, save on cap there, let these young guys play, let them grit it out, have a leadoff hitter, have a number 9 hitter. But that's just me. Javier Castillo says there's still one more good starting ace pitcher. What do you think? There is. I mean, isn't Framber still out there? I believe the only thing with him, he comes with baggage at this point in time right now. And Kelly, was it Merrill Kelly still out there as well? He'd be a guy, but it's what Artie's willing to spend. And I don't know what the conversation is. Obviously, no one knows what the conversation is behind closed doors, but I don't see Artie really ponying up a lot of money. I think he wants a short-term deal. I think we end up with Framber, say kind of guy, because you have to prove yourself. This guy, what he did last year was Bush League. Not many guys like it. He has to answer for that, but it's one of those things. I think he's going to have to prove himself, and no better place to do it than the Angels, especially if you can give him a 1-year deal. This is the one time I'll agree with this 1-year deal or a 2-year deal with a club option and say, hey, we'll give you 2 years, and after this you can go. And then if he has a great year, let's actually trade a player away to get something out of it instead of letting the guy walk for once. That's just me, though. Matt says, hey, what's happening, Matt? How you doing? Is that Grill Master? That is Grill. What's happening, dude? My wife would disagree with you. Great to hear my voice. She would say absolutely not. Player costs more than $5 million and he's too expensive for Artie. Honestly, that's what it seems like right now. But this is a deal that works out for you because let's say the CBA jumps and the salary floor comes and it's a real thing and it comes up. And these lower level guys or even top tier guys, if it goes off stats, you got to pay them an X amount. You're going to get away possibly with a steal here. It's a gamble, but it's worth it. Zach Neto's worth every single penny. Every time I watch that guy play, I get pumped up. Every single time. But it's an investment in this guy. He's a cornerstone. Guy's probably going to want to play with him pretty soon. If he gets his first All-Star nod and starts trending upwards with that bat, I think we're going to see a lot of good things out of Neto this year. I really honestly think he's going to be around 270, 280 hitter this year. I'm hoping to see 20 home runs at the full healthy season. That big thing's that arm right now. Is keeping that healthy overall, and hopefully he can. We'll see what happens. Strange says, still trying to figure out who might our closer be. It's Yates, right? I think it's Kirby Yates. I think they're going with him. We still have Stevenson as well too, and then they're hoping to get Ben Joyce back in that mix. You're going to see it's going to be a fight for it in the end, but it's not really a great fight overall. It's just kind of just throwing it out there to see whoever lands, and it might be by committee at first. And I hate that too because it takes a long time to get a guy established and what his role is when he walks in. Ducks make playoffs. I love hockey, man. That's
fuck yeah, they do.
Listen to Dom, Todd, Randy, and the rest of the guys when they come up to talk Ducks hockey. I'm a little out of it right now. I watch the Ducks, I watch them play, but playoff-wise, the rest of the league, I'm really not into it so much right now. I've been really pissed off over this damn baseball, this deferred contracts, overpaying guys that are 270 hitters, all that stuff, giving them $60 million, making them the second highest player. It just raised the bar for everything else, and I just can't wait for I'll sound bitter, and people will probably clown this, but a lockout looming because a lot of these owners, they don't want this stuff.
You know why? Because baseball sucks. Ass cheeks.
This guy. Yeah, so I know it's frustrating. So I've been really following baseball, Randy, and Randy's been all over hockey as well too. But we've been, again, it's a lot of good things to come, a lot of shows to come. We'll probably cover this year pretty soon. We're hoping, we're trying to get we'll throw it out there, give you a little teaser. We want to get everyone else's perspective on, and I'm not saying the Dodgers ruining baseball, but if the baseball system is currently broken.
Hey, while everything else is getting ruined, 2026 is going to present a new and improved Halos in the infield.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. Angels should sign Pete Fairbanks, closer now. They should, but honestly, you had Kenley Jansen, a guy who lives pretty close to where I live over here in the South Bay area. It's about 45 minutes, an hour drive. He wanted to come back to the Angels. He wanted to play in Anaheim. He was willing to take that $10 million deal and eat it and play here. But he didn't. Pete Fairbanks is probably going to fetch more money, I would believe, right? I think he's not going to stay he's not going to sit here and sorry guys, my kid's doing something. Stop it. He's not going to sit here in California and take less money for an organization that he's just trying out for the first time, who's possibly going to trade him at the deadline. Jansen had invested interest in this team. He loved this team. He said that he wanted to help out this team. And every time the Angels have somebody who actually wants to be here, who wants to stay, we let them walk. We dump them. We don't entertain anything. And that's going to be our biggest loss of the year. And I don't see Pete Fairbanks coming here because if you're a closer, an actual closer right now, and you watch the Angels moves, what are you going to get, 20, maybe 30 looks this year? Guys want closer incentives. So many saves, so many strikeouts, so many innings pitched. Contract money goes up. We're just not offering that right now. That's just my opinion, though. But, again, this is just – we're here to talk about mainly Zach Neto and everything, and I think the Angels are dropping the ball. Artie Moreno's dropping the ball. He's checked out. I really think this team should be under new ownership in the next couple of years. We shall see what happens, especially with that stadium audit that we've all been talking about. But it's not the Skaggs trial. But we know how Artie has been the whole time. I think, what do the Angels rank you odds right now in overall contracts? I think they're number 8 still, are they not?
What's that?
I think the Angels are still up there in contracts.
What do you mean?
Money paid. I think they're number 8 overall. I'm not mistaken. So he is spending. He's just not spending wisely.
Let me check.
Team tax tracker, but one of the fair or no, yeah, with that Rendon, I mean, it kicked us down probably a bit, deferring Rendon overall, but we're down 14. 14.
Yeah, 12 through 13, somewhere right there. We're 221 million for 2025.
Yeah, so we're
2026. Yeah, we're looking around 13th or worse. Probably right there in between 10 and 15, I'm guessing.
And that's us absolutely doing nothing, guys.
Yeah.
It's doing zero. Oh, Fairbanks signed with the Marlins $13 million. Yeah, see, that's Artie wasn't going to do that. You let a $10 million guy walk away, and you got Kirby Yates for a lot less. So they weren't going to do anything 13. But the Angels are still up there in payroll. And a lot of these, you're still paying Rendon. It helped us out that he took the deferred money at the end and let us rework that contract overall. But again, we have opportunities in front of us. You still have Zach Neto. You still have Joe Adell. You have guys that you can work with. Shanwell's another guy, too, that you can extend now for less. Instead of avoid these arbitrations. And those are grueling. Those are the worst things to go through. It just pisses players off.
Well, since I'm on, let me go ahead and just give my take on this whole Artie situation. I've been saying it up and down in all the chats. And this is where I believe we're at, folks. There ain't going to be no high-price off-seasons. There's not going to be any spectacular signings over the next couple years because that's not the priority. What's up, teamer? How you doing, Omar, baby? There's not going to... Those off-seasons are done for a while, at least until Artie finally decides to sell. I think the end game at this point isn't championships. It's not even postseason. It's all about getting the Angels back to the value it was a couple of years ago because it's not there anymore without the TV contracts. And Artie's not about to fucking take a pay cut on this team without a TV deal in place. So until all that's in order, until he finally feels that the team is back to where he thinks it needs to be value-wise, get used to this shit, folks, because it's not ending anytime fucking soon.
I agree 100% with that, too. I do. Because you still got Trout locked up till 2030, and he's getting paid $37 million a year until then, and we're not getting that $37 million. It's probably one of the worst contracts we've done. It's not happening, guys.
We bitched about the Rendon contracts and the Hamilton contracts and all the other contracts, even the Pujols contract towards the end. Well, guess what, folks? Those days are done.
They are in it. You know what, though? What he's doing, guys, is he's lowering his cost. He's lowering what he owes on these players. So I honestly think when he sells this team and you go to sell it overall, it's a pretty high point where, hey, I don't owe that much money in these. You can decide what you want to spend now. This is all on you. I'm not locking you into long-term deals anymore.
But the thing is, he's got so much shit that does need to be taken care of before he can even sell this team. And like I said, it's all about getting the team back to the value. And guess what that entails, folks? That entails stadium land deal. That entails fucking fixtures to the stadium if need be. So that shit's not happening anytime soon. And so also, that means Artie may fucking own this team until he's dead. And if he dies without selling, because if he sells now, I think in California, there's like a 37% capital gains tax on it or whatever, where if he dies, his family saves $800 million in taxes. And when they sell the team, because they're not keeping it. Like I said, folks, championships and playoffs, that's not the end game anymore. It's all about setting the family up long term. That's what it is. So hopefully, something. Never mind, I'm gonna go there.
You're gonna be talking about this too. And that's the one thing that everyone says that drives me insane, guys. And everyone here, I'm sure we have our own financial stuff too. I mean, I'm at my house right now too. Everyone talks about net worth. I don't want to hear one's net worth because those are a lot of illiquid assets. So don't tell me our owner can afford it because his net worth is $4 billion or what Artis Moreno. That includes the baseball team. That includes the real estate that he has. That includes stock.
Yeah, that's not $3.5 billion in his bank account.
Cash. Yeah, it's not liquid cash. Those are illiquid assets. And once he sells those off, he's got to pay what Yaw says, capital gains tax. He's got to pay the interest on it and everything that he's made. So and that drives me insane when I hear people say that, because Steve Cohen came out and said that for the Mets, and it was the greatest thing ever. He says what the Dodgers are doing is unsustainable long-term for any individual owner. Cohen said himself, even if I liquidated my assets today, my stock options, his stock, I think one of those stocks is worth, what, $10 billion? If he were to liquidate $10 billion worth of stocks, the stock would probably be cut in half, because once he starts dumping as the majority holder, the stock starts dumping, guys. It's common sense.
Well, look at it this way, too. When Ohtani retires, for 10 straight years, brother, before the season even fucking kicks off, the Dodgers are shedding about $60+ million off their payroll for a guy that won't even be on the fucking team.
Mm-hmm.
So you better stack them rings now, folks. I'm telling you.
Pretty much, and I think this is the attacks.
And it's not just Ohtani. There are other contracts that are going to bite him in the ass too.
Oh, the Dodgers. Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be a glorious day when that happens. Oh my God, I'm going to be so happy.
It is. So everyone tells me, well, he deserved it. No, because what you just did, everyone says, and that drives me insane. You need a salary floor only. We don't need a cap. No, I mean, if you just give me a salary floor, you just inflate the market.
Yeah,
that's all it does too. It gives you lower tier. You're going to have like Todd said the best. I think it was Todd. Yeah, you have the 12th man in the NBA making $15 million, where before he was making $2 million, and he never plays. He play 1 minute in an overall. So sorry, my kid's yelling. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Nah, you're
but
good.
anyways,
let him play. It's a family show.
It's a family
show.
God
dang it! No, I'm just kidding.
My kid is playing t-ball, and he got on the Yankees, and you guys would be proud. He goes, "I'm not playing for the stupid Yankees. I hate them. I'm wearing my Angel stuff." He won't do it. He's not wearing his Yankee stuff. He's the only kid out there wearing Angel stuff.
He's a hockey fan, right? He's the Ohtani fan,
right? Fan.
Yeah, Logan better get his head out of his ass. Don't upset that kid when they have to trade you because you suck.
But that's a guy. Yeah, that's also a guy too. You can look at extending right now too. Not give him as much as Neto or Shannon. Right now,
you take a flyer on that. I don't know. I'd want to see one more year, and I'm a happy guy.
The problem is, if you take one more year, look at Joe Adele. We took one more year on Joe Adele instead of signing him a little bit longer for a lot less. Give him a 3-year, 4-year
and look
deal.
What happened last year.
He exploded and his evaluation's up. He's going to go when he hits free agency. Instead of the $8 million he probably was going to fetch now, he's probably going to fetch 25 to 30. Or if the Dodgers want him, 60.
Yeah, but there wasn't much, at least I didn't see much of a projection, over the last couple of years that would fucking say, hey, yeah, this is going to be one of those seasons for him. Let's fucking pay him now.
I'll say this, and I know he plays in Colorado. I will say that Mickey Moniak turned his career around last year, or turned it around last year, not his career, but turned it around last year with Colorado. It's because he got out of Anaheim. He got away from those hitting coaches. He got away from these guys trying to do stuff differently, launch angle. That wasn't him, not his style of play, not his swing.
Well, Colorado's got a natural launch.
Yeah, that's there, but he's not hitting a lot of home runs. He's hitting the same amount that he did in Anaheim. They just let him be his contact hitter that he is himself. And I honestly think Logan O'Hoppe, that launch angle, they're trying to have him hit home run after home run. That wasn't.
And isn't that amazing? No matter what hitting coach comes in here, that seems to be the philosophy. So that's got to be coming from fucking upstairs.
Chicks dig the long balls, and so did Arden Reno.
Well, apparently I think Perry does too, because where else would that be coming from? Artie? I don't think Artie gives a fuck whether they hit a home run or not. To be honest with you,
I think he does.
I don't think he cares enough to be like, hey, let's fucking swing or nothing. I doubt that. You know who I think's doing that? It would be Perry. Perry's so involved in that shit.
You think so? Perry's a home run
guy?
Oh
my God, he's such a fucking analytical butt fuck. Are you kidding me?
Hey, family show, y'all. Family show. Kids.
I mean, that's PG-13-ish.
Anyway,
I can see Carpino, but I can see Perry too, dude, man, because he is so analytically inclined. I mean, it's not even funny, dude. Like, I can almost see him being Billy Bean-esque, like, hey, click, hey, it's got to be done this way, it's 3-0 count. I want to see green light here. Like, I could see that, dude.
No, I could too. Honestly, I could. But
that just seems to be the thing. Like, every time somebody comes here, it doesn't matter. It's the same philosophy.
It is. But mainly for this guys today too. I know we can go on forever on this. But right now, the Angels, you're going to play cheap smart. Do what everyone else is doing. Do what Oakland's doing. Extend players before they get too expensive. Even if you only buy out 1 or 2 of those free agent years, you buy out the arbitration years and 1 or 2 free agent years, like I'm saying Zach Neto, We cover all of his arbitration years. We get 2 additional years off of that for a lot less before his price skyrockets on us. Right there, it helps you.
We got to lock up Shanuel too.
Well, so for me, I would do Nolan Shanwell. Zach Neto, Nolan Shanwell, 100%. Logan O'Hoppe, I still think you can do on a deal. You don't give him a lot, and you say, "Hey, we'll give you this. Prove yourself," because it's all on him. Because he knows once that deal is done that he's probably not going to get anything. It speeds up the deals for you overall. It shows the team and the players that you're serious about winning. It builds trust with these agents, especially when you sign these new younger guys like a Tyler Bremner and all those other guys coming through the organization that are worth a damn. We just need a larger analytical data on this too financially, which we don't have. The front office isn't doing this. A front office that values WAR and age curves, we need to do that curve and surplus the value of the way winning teams do. We don't do that. You can't have smart or negotiate smart contracts if you don't have a smart internal projection, which we don't. We're letting these guys go arbitration. We don't know their projection. Everyone from the inside the office doesn't look like. Everyone knew Zach Neto was special when he came in 23. 24 did well last year. So Angels had the bad reputation for slow negotiations, very unclear communication, last minute changes and how they're doing things, and letting these deals drag into arbitration. And we should never let that happen. These deals should be clear cut and done beforehand. Like letting Ohtani go to the last year of his contract, the season of, or the offseason
and
of.
Giving him 30 fucking million.
And not guaranteeing him extra years. I remember
that shit?
You upped it $15 million. They doubled his
fucking salary only to let him go.
Yes, you did that. That's a lack of communication, unclear. Letting deals drag into that arbitration phase that they did. They didn't have any clear conscience of, hey, extension-wise. I mean, like the Ducks, Panarin wants to be traded, but he wants an extension right away. The Angels should have said, hey,
but he's like 34 years old too, man. And I heard he wants like more than like 3 or 4 years on an extension, right?
No, he does. I mean, I'm just using him as an example. But that's
no, but you're gonna start talking hockey. Well, let's fucking go.
You got me into
this shit. You created this monster.
All I'm saying is, overall, on that is this guy has clear path where they want to do. They understand. The Angels don't have that. We blindly throw out money to guys without a clear path or a long-term goal to achieve. Because we cost $15 million there, we went to go pay other guys. Get other guys who couldn't afford it. We dumped guys at the end to avoid luxury tax, all to give a guy $15 million more than he didn't deserve. He was already making $60 million more with all the incentives we gave him, all the signing bonuses. My kid's flooding my backyard too, as we speak, right now, because he just turned on the hose. But anyways, when the players re-sign, though, here, this is why you should extend Zach Neto, and this is why you should extend Shanwell. Again, I'll repeat it again like a broken record. You buy out the arbitration years and 2 additional years of free agency. The team is building something. The front office allows them to have a plan. The clubhouse is finally stable. And I think Zach Neto and Shanwell and Logan O'Hoppe are those guys who can be voices there. They're already, and even Joe Adell, but Joe Adell might be a little out of our price tag range to try to do something like this because he's already had a great year. If he doubles down this year, he's not going to help us out on that. He's going to get his bag.
Shit, I go to him and be like, hey, 1 year don't mean shit, but here's some money. Let's see if we can do it again.
But he might be betting on himself. That guy's a dog. We talked about this last year. And I'm on camera saying this too. When we got rid of Mickey Moniak, I was heartbroken. I like Mickey Moniak. My kid loves him to death. But I did think that it was the right move overall because Joe Adell was going to break out. And I took a lot of trash from everybody here on the page.
I let him. I let him because I don't think he's built for that kind of pressure. He'd probably fucking, yeah.
He's coming into his own. I think he comes into his own.
We'll see. I'm still not 100% sold on Adell, but we'll see.
So let's take Adell out of it.
Anybody can have a fluke year. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can have a fluke year.
But take Adell out of it. Your core needs to be Zach Neto, Logan O'Hoppe, Nolan Shanwell. I would go Jose Soriano right now as well, too, starting pitcher, but he could also dump him to the bullpen because he pitched great for us out of the bullpen 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The one guy who I want to be there is Ben Joyce, but I don't trust his arm. I don't trust him being healthy. And that's it right now.
And
that's all we have.
You need help. You need healthy back there, man.
Yeah, that's all we have. So, I mean, right now, your core 3 offensively, again, Neto, O'Hoppe, Shanwell, we got to do something. Angels aren't
doing it. Who was that kid that
Everyone
closed for us last year?
Who's what?
Wait, no, never mind. No, it wasn't closing. It was Detmers in the 7th inning role. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah, Detmers rotate. I mean,
I still can't believe they're gonna take him out of that role. That's so fucking stupid.
that's how cheap we are. This is what we're talking about, though. Artie Moreno doesn't want to spend money. So in doing this is how you save money right now. You put him to a starting position. You have him signed for $8 million this year. He signed his reliever, pretty much reliever money. And who was that? I just saw that comment. Adele would be a star already if he played for another team. I 1,000% agree. Joe Adele's the guy. I love the grit. Everyone harped on him defensively. I don't think he played bad defense last year. A couple times here and there, but you got to remember, you change positions, and everyone says, "Yeah, it's
but
outfield."
He did the year before that, and that, and that, and that.
Yeah, he struggled, but he cleaned it up last year. I thought he looked pretty damn good in the outfield. Once they kept him at the one spot, you can't keep rotating him around.
I mean, I agree. Like I said, I just got to see it again. I mean, I'm not saying he can't, and he did. I'll give him his flowers for last year. He really showed up last year. But you know what? Something in my gut just says, hey, take a wait and see approach with this kid, because the minute I start, I'm a Joe Adele fan, yeah, and he hits freaking like 10 home runs, and then freaking
But my thing with that.
Shit.
With like Ohtani, you wait too long, the guy's walking. I know the caliber of play is two different things. Don't get me wrong, guys. So don't crucify me for that. But once you wait too long to make a move on a contract, you wait till the last year of it, and there's money to be had out there, even with the CBA coming up too, the unknown. I think you're going to see a lot of signings early next year to guarantee the bag. People are going to test the waters. Agents are going to know. They're going to test with everyone else but the Angels, because of the lack of communication that we have. It's very unclear. We just talked about that. So I see a lot of these guys running because we don't know what we're doing. Artie Moreno probably still doesn't know what he's doing selling team-wise. I mean, you have owners out there. Look at the Seahawks. Just announced they're going to sell the team after the Super Bowl. They have a clear-cut design in their head of what they want and everything. Everyone has their goals, but...
Wait, the Seahawks are getting sold after the Super Bowl?
I believe that's what they said.
Oh, wow.
News broke today that they're going to wait till after Super Bowl itself.
Just going to go in there, fucking rob a championship and just cruise into the night, huh?
Before they got to pay the bag to Sammy Dimes. Anyways,
I love it.
I don't want to get out of
Sammy Dimes. Shut up.
But hey, Yas, thank you, man. Randy put this on for us, so definitely appreciate that. All you guys, Halos and Infield, infielders yourselves, thank you for coming out, watching the show. Like, subscribe. Please wait to see what we have coming on. There's a lot of great things coming. Check out the questions of the day. Check out all of the posts that are going on too. My new favorite post that I think hits is the Rock Power Rants. Check those out. Answer back. Throw your opinion out there, man. We want to hear from you guys overall too. This is why, Teamer, don't do that to me. This is why we have this page. We like to hear from the fans, and the conversations back and forth. It's just good to talk Angels baseball, and the ear to go ahead and shut everything out from what's happening up to 5 right now. But again, you guys, like, subscribe, comment. A lot of things coming your way. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you all for watching the Halos in the Infield podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe on your way out.